Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? We about to go live. Matter of fact, we are live, and we about to make it happen right now. Make sure you subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop right now. Heritage Hip Hop is live right now, and we want you to join us on all platforms. This interview tonight is going to be special, and we're about to start in a couple minutes. So we're waiting for our guests to pop on, and we're going to start the intro in about maybe a minute. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Stay tuned for this great interview. Peace.
Done.
And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. First and foremost, I want to apologize to everybody out there that was trying to see this on Facebook. Facebook at the last minute cut the live feed. So it took me a little bit of time to get the link put out on Facebook. That's why we're running a little late. That's on me. But the artist will get his full time on the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. So please, if you're joining us on YouTube, hit the like button. We want to hit the algorithm. We want everybody to know that this is not only a real hip hop show, we love the culture and we respect everybody that's here with us. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share. We around the world. Today, we're not only in New Jersey, we're going to the West Coast to talk to someone who's not only making great music, but has a message in his music that needs to be heard. Let me tell y'all something. Real hip hop is not something that you only listen to. It's something that you feel and something that you can relate to. So I want to introduce somebody who not only has music that comes from the heart, He has music that comes from experience. And heart and experience creates a soul. And when you have music from the soul, not only can you rhyme to somebody and affect and touch their lives, you can change your life as well. I'm ask this man, do you agree, sir, with what I said?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute, everybody. Welcome to Heritage Hip Hop. We introduce you to your future favorite artists today. And today, not only do we give respect and reverence to the people who laid the foundation, we introduce you to the new faces of hip hop that's going to change the culture. Introduce yourself to the people, please.
Yeah, my name is Denzel Davis.
All right. Hey, bro. Thank you for joining me on Heritage Hip Hop. I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you having me. It's a blessing, so thank you as well.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to your music because the average eye will not pick up on the deepness of a budding great MC. I can't call you great yet because I just met you. I have to know more about you. You see what I'm saying? So tell the world a little bit about yourself. But before you do, just recognize we don't do fluff interviews. So I'm not going to ask you who your top five or who got the nicest butt. I want to know more about you and where you come from. So tell me, when did
Okay.
hip hop first entice you, and why did you start to do it?
Okay. Shit. Before I answer that, I'm gonna give them a little background on me. So, I'm Denzel Davis. I'm originally from San Bernardino, California, but I stay in Phoenix, Arizona. So, now to answer your question, you feel me? I started falling in love with hip hop as a kid. You know, growing up in the house with my mom, she always would play music, so she have like the oldies playing hip hop. You feel me? Jazz, blues, like it was always around. And then I always used to see my older cousins do it. My uncle used to do music, make beats and stuff like that. So I've always been around music all my life.
Music is one of the main things that connects us to God, no matter what. Because when you ask people what do black people do well, they always say we praise God, we express ourselves, we cook well, and our music is top notch because it changes the genre. When you heard the music, what changed inside of you to make you think or realize there's a world bigger than what you see and there's one that you can hear and relate to?
Just how like it made me feel, and just like the stories that was being told from like the artists that I was listening to, and it was just relatable in the situations that I was coming up in, that I was being raised in, and what I was going through at the time. And it just like I just connected with music because it was more like therapy for me. You feel me? Like I've always been like kind of like antisocial, so I don't always know how to like express myself. And then when I started getting into music, it helped me to open up and express myself, and being able to just like get that monkey off your back when you going through some stressful times.
Stress in America, especially to a man of color, is what defines us. You know, tell me about San Bernardino, California. How many years were you there and how did it affect you?
I was born and raised there, so I was there until I was about 18. San Bernardino, like it's heavily gang culture, so it's heavily gang populated. A lot of drugs, a lot of poverty. It's like one of the poorest counties in Southern California, but we also one of the biggest counties in Southern California as well. It's a lot of murders. You feel me? It's not a lot of opportunities out there. But you feel me? You make do with what you got. You make the best out of what you got. You feel me? You don't cry about it. You feel me? You stand 10 toes on your situation, and you just do the best that you can to get up out of there.
But see, that's what hip hop is because hip hop, as we know it today, originated from people who had life snatched from them. They were told they're not good enough. They were told you don't deserve any money. They destroyed the schools on purpose. They burnt their houses down on purpose. It came from a place where the people who needed to be heard the most were not heard. What do you think your community is trying to say to the world that people are ignoring and hip hop is saving it?
We need help. It's a lot of talent out there. We need help. We need better opportunities. You feel me? Like we just need help. That's really what I stand on with my community. We just need the opportunity so we can get our foot through the door. Like we not asking for, you feel me, no handouts. We willing to work for anything that we want. We just need the opportunity to get there.
Opportunity comes with a caveat, though, and that's what I don't like. Let me ask you a question. As a man, loyalty is the foundation of trust. Am I right?
Facts.
As a man, loyalty is the foundation of love, correct?
Facts.
As a man, loyalty is the foundation of legacy, correct?
Facts.
Why do people fight so hard to find loyalty in the game that's so uncommittal and unloyal to everybody that's in it and about it?
I can't answer that because I don't know. You feel me? It all depends on what you looking for and what you trying to get out of this game. You feel me? Everybody's goals is different. Everybody's, you feel me, demeanor is different. You feel me? It's some solid ones that's in this game, but this game is full of sharks and snakes. You just got to know how to move and move correctly when you're moving.
So take me to your moves. You grew in this community that's heavy populated with gang culture. I'm sure that means that you have family and you have friends who have been in this culture as well. Entice, maybe has succumbed to it, whether in the grave or locked up. And maybe you have some that were able to tell a story of survival to you. How does all those stories inspire you, not only to move forward in your life, but to give to others so that you could spare a life with your music as well?
It just it inspired me in many ways because I knew that I wanted more for myself. I didn't want to fall under the same umbrella, so I kind of was like the black sheep of the family. Like, you feel me? Most of my cousins was gang banging, part of gangs. You feel me? Wasn't going to school. You feel me? Selling drugs, running the streets. I was going to school trying to get an education. I was kind of ahead of my time. I was trying to make it out. You feel me? Like, I wanted to move my mom out of the hood. I wanted to do good things in life. So that's the kind of route that I kind of took. But it trained me for my environment, and it taught me how to survive in my environment as well. Like, it didn't make me naive. So I knew both sides of the fence. So I knew how to play it while I'm there, and you feel me, and how far I can take it and where I want to take it to.
I salute you for that. Because look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of people who are very immature, even though they're of age. And I know you met people like that before. A lot of people have, I don't know, they act like they just got to Earth and haven't realized that this place is there and big enough for them to take under their control. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And one thing I want to say about what I've learned of you through your music is that the biggest obstacle a man can have is not life, is how he goes about the life he was given. Am I correct?
facts.
Being that you are the pilot of your own plane as you travel through this journey, what was one of the biggest pitfalls that you've gone through that you had to overcome to show yourself that you are capable in every aspect of life?
So the biggest thing that I've dealt with, and the biggest story about me is from the year. Well, I've always had it since birth. I battled tumor cancer, so I got a tumor disease. It's called multiple exotosis with malignant tumors. So I got these cancerous tumors that grow in my body, and the only way that I can defeat the cancer is by getting surgery. So from the time I want to say 2017 to 2021, I was battling it heavily. I was having major surgeries. I've had my hips replaced. I've had my legs replaced. I've had my shoulder blades taken out. Like, that was like the biggest obstacle in my life that
You there? Can you hear me?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you froze a little bit. Go ahead.
Oh, it froze.
Yeah, it froze, but you good. Go ahead. I can
Okay.
hear you.
So like I said, the biggest thing I had to battle was tumor cancer. So I had to I've had it since a child, but I really had to step into it and battle it from 2017 to 2021. And I just had to overcome like major surgeries. Like I said, I've had my hips replaced, I've had my upper legs replaced, I've had my shoulder blades taken out, just crazy stuff like that. You feel me? So everything else to me when it comes to life, it's pretty simple to me. Like, I don't really complain about it. I just take it on the chin.
I appreciate that you showed that because a man's story is the beginning of his understanding or the world's understanding of him. And as a man of color, we've been told to shut up and shut down so much that when our story finally comes out, people act like it's not real and they don't believe us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's the biggest smack in the face we could get to somebody. And that's why I love the fact that we have hip hop, is because through hip hop, now we get to see there's more than just what the world tells us about us. Now we could tell the world about us, and then they could deal with the understanding what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to take it. I want to even go a little further with that with you. There's many hip hop artists that have overcome or have fought through health issues. Prodigy, almost he succumbed to his, though rest in peace, with sickle cell. You know, we have rappers been dealing with diabetes, like Ghostface Killer, right? We've had female rappers who had to deal with uh bulimia and eating disorders. Some of these things are self-inflicted, some are you're born with. But the main thing that comes with it is the struggle. And when you finally get heard, how have people taken to you now knowing this, and how has it helped you, or is it just another block in the road that you walk over?
A lot of people, you feel me, like now that they know my story and what I've been through, like they show me a lot of love. So you feel me, like I inspire a lot of people to keep up and go, get up and keep going. So I just, like I said, I just, it's a bump in the road, but at the same time, I just take it for what it is, and I'm just thankful to still be here, to be able to, you feel me, do what I need to do as a man, raise my kids, be here for my family, be a good brother, be a good son, you feel me, be a good cousin, whatever the case may be. I just don't take life for granted no more. Like, I understand how serious it is, and you feel me, and I just live every day the best that I can.
I feel that. So this is a music show. So we're gonna go into some of your music. And I like to say, ladies and gentlemen, Denzel Davis has a video out right now, Fumble Me, which is out on all social media. Y'all could go stream it. I say buy it because Heritage Hip Hop does not believe in streaming. The video is on YouTube, and the video speaks for itself. But I don't want to start at the singles. I want to go into who you are through your music. All right. And I want to start with one of my favorite songs that you did. One of my favorite songs that you did was No Cap. So, as you see, I went into your
Yeah,
catalog. You
yeah,
ain't
he
just,
went back.
yeah, I don't just listen to what you give me for an interview. I get prepped. You know what I'm saying? No Cap's one of my favorite joints. I ain't gonna lie to you because I like the way you pick your music and how you actually see West Coast MCs are known for riding beats because I got the bounce, I got the up tempo beats, and so when you can ride a beat and flow to a beat, that's not only one of the dopest gifts of hip hop. It brings people into your cipher because now you're flowing. Tell me how you choose your music and how do you pick the subject matter to the beats that you choose?
So it really, I ain't gonna lie, it's life experience, and it's also what you feel me, what you feed yourself. So when I be on social media and I be seeing people like with the little phrases, no cap or stuff like that, it's a lot of things that I see. So I take that little part and you feel me and apply it to what I got going on, and then it just comes down to the beat. Like I'll go through the beats and whatever beat that just hit me right in the chest, and I'll be like, oh, and I get that feeling, it's on the pop, and I just go from there.
Are you more of a flow assist, you think, where the flow dictates how you bounce on the beat? Or do you find yourself being more lyrical where you want to hit the people with the oohs, ahs, and you want them to pause and think about what you're saying?
I'm a little bit in between. You feel me? I want it to flow, and I also want to hit people with certain words, but I also want to get my message across as well. I want it to be able where they vibing and they can relate to it. Like, damn, I just went through that yesterday, or I got a homie that's going through that. You know what I mean? So like, that's where I kind of like separate myself. Like, I try to put a vibe on the song and make it relatable.
No Cap to me showed me that, look, I ain't gonna lie, I get music all the time. And you actually was like, yo, can I be on your platform? And I was like taken aback, like, damn, really? All right, cuz, yeah, no doubt. And you gave me your music, and I was like, all right, this cool. But when I did my digging and I listened to Muggsy Bogues too, when I was like, yo, this dude nice. Like, yo, I'm feeling this flow right here. I heard No Cap, and I was like, yo, all right, it's a lot to work with here. So thank you for not being one dimensional, for one. You know what I'm saying? When I got into No Cap, I was like, yo, I'm really feeling this. But pain inside of me and feeling insane were two that really had me go, wow, yo, okay, okay. So music is therapeutic. when you talk about the things that happen with homies that you say you had, or people that's locked up that's never gonna fly on a plane, like you said, or you talk about representing for those people who don't know and can't go with you, but you're gonna bring it to them. What kind of strain is that on you? How does music help you through all that?
It's therapeutic, man. Like I said, it feel like it take that monkey off of my back. It feel like, you feel me, like when I be stressing and I can't talk to somebody, like I can always step in the studio and talk to that mic and be out, be genuine with that mic and be honest with that mic and just get it all off my chest and, you feel me, reboot and start again. You feel me, until I accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. So it's definitely therapeutic for me. Like music is literally my therapy.
Now it's time that we get to the part of the conversation and interview we call Let's Build. Let's Build is where we take a part of something that he said in the interview so far and we expound on it with his music and with things that he said. I think the therapeutic part of hip hop is very underappreciated because people go, "Oh, you heard what he said," but people don't think about the pressure or think about the cause that would spark that lyric to be said. You see what I'm saying? I was listening to Baby Mama Drama as well, right? And that song, you're actually talking to your sons, and you have a daughter too.
I got 2 daughters and a son.
Okay, you got 2 girls and a boy. The hardest thing about being a father is giving your son through logistics, a logistical mind, that the world is going to hurt you. And then the hardest thing as a father is that you have to protect your daughters and give them the truth that the world is going to hurt you. Hip hop is a music that came from pain to deal with pain. How do you think we can heal pain with the music that we make?
That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. You got me on that one. I ain't gonna lie. It's tough because it's like it really depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the type of person, you feel me, like that don't hold yourself accountable for the pain that's being caused, it's gonna be hard to like have the music heal you. But if you hold yourself accountable and you know like where you went wrong at and you able to see your flaws in it, you feel me, it's gonna be more easier for you to heal from it and move on. To be honest with you, I just feel like music just plays that part where like it just talks to your soul, like it speaks to your soul, and you can't deny that, like when it's really speaking to your soul and you understanding like what's going on.
The soul. My man's back in the day once made a song. He said, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And our soul is reflective of people who are of age, the crack era, the war on drugs. Now we have cyberbullying. We have, and cyberbullying is not somebody just making fun of you online, everybody. It's being bombarded with images of like sex, violence, racism, death, misogyny, fratricide, patricide, suicide, and all evils in our eyes so abundantly that it causes our psyches to weak and our morality to shift. How do you protect yourself so you can make the music that you make? And also, how do you protect others who listen to your music to know that there's more than what they see, hear, and out
Me,
there?
me personally, I don't care what nobody thinks about me, what nobody has to say about me. Like I'm in tune with myself. So once you get in tune with yourself and you know who you are, and just coming from where I come from, like I come from a place where you gotta have thick skin. Like you can't let the little things break you down. Are you just gonna crumble? And you gotta understand life gonna throw you curveballs at any time. And you just gotta ready for it, and you just gotta adjust on the fly and just accept it for what it is. You can't control some things. You just can't control some things. Is just out of your control. And I just keep my faith in God, and I pray a lot. And you feel me? And I'm just at peace. I don't let nobody disturb my peace. Like once it starts to get there where I start seeing that they trying to disturb my peace, I just remove it at all. I don't question it. No, I'm not letting nobody disturb my peace. I'm protecting my peace at all costs.
The reason why I ask you these questions like that is because I respect you as a man first. And so, as a man, you have the right to tell the people your truth, the truth, and the unadulterated truth, and let them stand by what you say. Because at the end of the day, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not. It's you who bother. It's you who fight it. It doesn't fight you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I caught that from another song that you made called Black in America.
Oh yeah.
Black in America was it's about your life, but you also said you tired of seeing people get beat about like that. You tired of the excessive frisking and people getting killed, especially by people who are in the community that's serving a disservice to the community. I can't ask you what inspired that song. I'm going to ask you what fed that song to you.
So it was that time where, you know, like the internet, you was seeing so many black people get killed by law enforcement, but also I had a situation where my cousin was shot by the police. So
Mm.
this it was that boiling, and I was actually leaking with one of my friends that I hadn't seen in like 5 years, and he told me he made beats, stuff like that. So I went to his crib, he put on the beat, and that was the first beat that he put on, and it just spilled out from there. Like it just spilled out from there. I just had a situation where I had got pulled over by DPS, and they were harassing me for no reason. So it was just a whole bunch of things that was just balling up, and I just let it out.
It went all out of control, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing, yo. And like I said, as a man, I apologize and give healing prayers and mercies to your family and everybody else who goes through this because America is a trip. And right now we have the dollar falling, we have the dollar falling, we have racism being thrust in our faces on another one again. I'm sure you heard about the 16-year-old boy who got shot in the head. He was going to somebody's house to pick up his little brothers, but he
Yeah.
knocked on the wrong door. You got that. You got the young man in Akron, Ohio, who got shot 90 times, 26 years old. You have all this stuff. Even the young lady got killed recently. We have so much stuff going on that hip hop is supposed to be the voice of the people. Why do you think, as an MC, people don't talk about this stuff? And what do you think is the responsibility of an artist when it comes to reporting on these things, not just talking about the fantasy life that they want to have?
I think a lot of people, they don't talk about it. It just all depends their situation. Me personally, I just feel like it needs to be brought to the light more. Like it's okay to have the party music, but we also need something that's gonna level us out as well. We need something that's gonna give us a reality check, and it's real stuff that's going on in real life that we need to address. That we have to see. We got kids that's coming up, generations that's coming up, that's seeing this. So like, why not speak about it? Why not try to put something together to kind of change it and change the narrative?
And why be scared? I like the fact you put the K's in America, but why'd you put 4 instead of 3?
Oh, you know why? Ku Klux Killer.
Hey, we let's leave it just like that. So everybody, thank you for watching the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast with our brother Denzel Davis. That's the end of the Let's Build segment. I hope you enjoyed that because on Heritage Hip Hop, we believe in the intellectual property of our new artists and our MCs and not just somebody who makes beats. Wu-Tang said the deaf and dumb are intrigued by the drum. So if you're doing that and that's all you're doing, you're missing the whole point of what hip hop is. Let's get back to your music, bro, because Tom Brady, yo. Tell me about Tom Brady.
So Tom Brady, I wrote Tom Brady when I was in Cali. I was actually just healing up from cancer surgery. And I just felt like I was just like the super underdog. Like everybody was like, you feel me, counting me out. So, and I've been doing music for a while. So I had got to a point where like when I did have my buzz in 2016, I was killing it. And then I started getting sick and having to deal with that. So you feel me? I just felt like everybody was sleeping on me. And I was like, man, I still got it. So that's how Tom Brady came upon. I just had to let him know, like, I still got it. Like, I ain't lost a step. Like, I'm still there.
I respect that. And more so, right? The thing about your music is, I think your flow is impeccable. I like your flow. And a lot of the beats that you pick, it highlights your flow. I like that. But you are an artist, though. You're not a one-trick pony. Shout out to Jay Mello. You see you do songs with him, right?
Yeah, that's my bro.
Jay Mello does the hooks to some of these songs, right?
Yeah.
And you find yourself not only doing the flow for the street, you also talk to the ladies too. Why do you think it's important to talk to a lady and not be a man that's just street driven?
The ladies buy the music. Like the ladies is the ones that support. You feel me? And you gotta always show the ladies love. Like they need love out here. You can't just always be so hard and so tough. Like it's okay. You feel me? Express yourself. That's what
Let,
part of being a man is. Express yourself. Don't be afraid to touch into that other side.
let's take it to a higher level though. A man that could talk to a lady or make a song that a woman could relate to is a man that's complete. Like I was watching an interview with Chuck D, right? And Chuck D said hey, Public Enemy made music where they dared you not to like it. And that's one thing that women do like is a challenge. So I ask you, maybe this is above your generation, maybe you didn't listen to it, but we don't know Public Enemy for making any love songs, right? You know what I'm saying? But they do have a love song called Revolutionary Generation, which is about the importance of a woman, and it talks about how people will respect you and your mama. How if they can disrespect your mama, how could they ever respect you? Feel me?
Yeah.
Then you have the LLs, and you had the Pox, and you had the Biggies, and you have today you had the Kendricks and the Drakes. But when you could talk to a woman's mind, not only can you control her tempo, but you could control how how the music hits her. What's the most moving song you've created where you had the ladies look at you and be like, yo, I'm motherfucking nice. And he ran to support you. Tell me about that.
So the most moving song that the ladies love, they are a really big fan of Cut Ties.
Okay.
And they've been really jumping with Fumble Me. Like they just really been on that single that I just released. That's my newest single, is Fumble Me, but it's really Cut Ties. And then I just released another single called Impatient. So that's out as well. So when I dropped that one, they really, it was like, yeah, okay, he nice with it now. Like he ain't playing no games.
Hey y'all, shameless plug. Pick up that music out on right now on all streaming platforms to purchase and to stream. All right. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I bring that up is because, like I said, diversity in a portfolio not only gives you an investment of riches when you invest your money, it also gives you an investment of riches when you entice the ears of people who listen to you. Some people want to be in a niche, not knowing that art has no niche; it goes anywhere. And one thing about your art is you do a lot of soul talking, and I would think that's why the ladies love you and love your music. But you do also have a past that we didn't touch on. San Bernardino to Phoenix, Arizona. What are the difference? What are the similarities? And where did they bring your artistry to the next level?
So San Bernardino, like I said, you feel me? It's like the bottom of the bottom. You feel me? And I still love it. Like I love my hometown. It's what molded me. It what shaped me to the man that I am today. Phoenix, it was opportunity. So I came here for opportunity. I came here to live a better life, and I achieved that by coming here. I left my struggles in San Bernardino, came here and changed my ways and got on the right path and actually had the opportunity to do something with my life and get me in the right direction that I wanted to go. So that's the biggest difference. Like it's opportunity here. Like it's all up to you if you want to do something with it. In San Bernardino, it's not a lot of opportunity. It's not a lot of hope there. It's just a dark cloud that's over there, and it's a lot of pain and a lot of struggle like every day. Here you can actually see the light. You can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. Besides it being in Dino, like you in that tunnel for a long time. You like, man, I ain't seen this light yet. Like, when is it coming? When is it coming? But when you actually step outside of the box and you take that chance to change your life and take that risk for something greater than what the purpose is, you see what I'm talking about. So those is the two big difference. But they got a lot of similarities that you feel me, like as far as like the love, you feel me, the hate. It's just it's everywhere that you go. They got struggles here as well. You feel me? They got hoods here as well, but it just all depends on like what you trying to do as a person and how you trying to move.
DJ Quick said everywhere he went, it was just like Compton. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure every hood that you go to, there's similarities. There just may be a different dialect and maybe different skin colors, but the stories really remain the same, especially in the city. But what is West Coast to California as opposed to West Coast to Phoenix, Arizona to you?
Phoenix is like the Southwest. You feel me? So that's what they kind of separate themselves. They don't even consider themselves to be West Coast. They consider themselves to be Southwest.
That's interesting. They consider themselves to be Southwest. How do you? But what does that mean though? Really? Because I'm not from out there, so kind of define that for me.
I can't really put my stamp on it. I just know that it consists of Phoenix, New Mexico, Denver, Utah. Like they all consider themselves to be like Southwest. So like it's like a melting pot though, because like it's everybody from everywhere that's here in Phoenix.
Hmm, that's really deep. So hip hop is not really known in Phoenix. Let me put that. Let me say that again. Phoenix is not known for hip hop.
No, they known for hip hop. You feel
Where
me?
I'm at, I'm saying. So I know hip hop is everywhere. We can't say this is not. Because when you think of that area, you don't really think of hip hop too. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe this is just my pop personal
They're
bias.
like it's like the underdog here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not really like
Uh,
known.
so, but it's a lot of talent here though. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot of talent. It's a lot of cats out here that's making big moves, that's doing big things in the industry. So it's a lot of talent here. We slept on, and it's a lot of cats that really bust their ass and work.
That's what's up. And I salute you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Denzel Davis live right now on Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. Join us in the comments right now. And if you're watching, hit the like button because we want to hit the algorithm and show out YouTube this show is official and we really do our thing. I want to ask something else. Um, when we think about the West Coast where I'm at, right? Like I said, Cali's the main thing that's West Coast. We don't really look at anything else. So, and Cali by itself is already sectioned off because you got the Dre tree and everything outside of that. You know what I'm saying? How is hip hop formulated in your area in that Southwest? How is like the structure?
Mm. I wouldn't say it's really like a structure here because everybody is it's a melting pot. So you got cats from Detroit, you got cats from Chicago, you got cats from New York, you got cats that's actually from here, you got cats that's from Cali. Like it's a melting pot. So it's a lot of different hip hop that you get. You know what I mean? It's not like a certain sound yet. You know how like West Coast, you know, we got that certain sound, like you know it's a West Coast thing. It's not a certain sound here, but it's a lot of talent. So that's the thing about Arizona. They don't have a certain sound. Like you can't listen. How can I put this?
You can't detect the one thing and say that's them. Is that what you're saying?
Facts. But you have artists that was born and raised here that
Mm-hmm.
make music
Mm-hmm.
that sounds different from like a West Coast artist or an East Coast artist or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting because what do you bring to your geographical area that they may not have had before? What is your initial? What is your stamp that is so unique to you that people know as you?
I'm authentic. I carve my own lane. I don't sound like nobody. I don't ride trends. Like I tell it how it is. So if you want to hear a story about the ghetto, I'm gonna tell you a story about the ghetto. If you want to hear a story about turning up, you feel me, make something about turning up. You want something for the ladies? I'm gonna give it something for the ladies. Like I don't mind being me in all fashions. Like I'm not trying to be the hardest rapper or I don't put myself in a box. Like I like to do it all. Like whatever you feel me, my heart and my soul is bobbing to. I'm a bob with it. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna run with it, and I'm gonna give it 110%.
By doing that, not only did you follow, you didn't follow the trend. You made your own lane. Hustle and faith.
Yeah.
Talk about hustle and faith and what that is.
So hustle and faith, it's pretty much it's what I live by. But it's also, you feel me, it's also one of my clothing lines. But hustle and faith is pretty much what I live by. You hustle for anything that you want, and you always keep your faith with God. And so many people can relate to that, whether you got a 9 to 5 or whether you a dope dealer, whatever the case may be. You're going to hustle and keep your faith, and you're going to try to keep going until you make it.
So let's show it. Throw everybody to your video. Let's get a taste. Let's give them a taste.
Which one you trying to pull up?
Fumble Me. Let's go.
Let's go. You can find Fumble Me on YouTube. It's Denzel Davis. Fumble Me. You can put it in the YouTube bar, or you can actually go to my website, denzeldavis.com, and it'll pop right up. It's right there as soon as you open up the website.
Should we give them a taste of it?
Yep.
Here we go.
This big dog shit, nigga. You can't sit at my table if you're not a big dog.
I wanna get my hands.
Hey, big dog shit, bitch, how you fumble me? I be stepping on shit, bitch, how you fumble me? I went and got it out the mud, bitch, how you fumble me? All the thotties wanna up, bitch, how you fumble me? Hey, big dog shit, bitch, how you fumble me? I'm the realest nigga ever, how you fumble me? I got that bomb dick, baby, how you fumble me? Ain't nobody better, baby, how you fumble me? I'm a big dog, bitch, look how I step in a room. Everything stop in motion, then I make it resume. I be counting big checks, you ain't gotta assume. And my name, whole weight, yeah, you suckers is doomed. All them boys washed up, tell them pass the platoon. Baby always say she white, but I ain't jumping the broom. Had to cut some niggas off, cause the way that I'm groomed. I be on my ones and twos, I ain't talking about noon.
Hey, man, that's a little taste. So if y'all want the rest of that song, all you got to do is go to denzeldavis.com and look up the videos right there, he said. But if you're on your streaming services, you're riding in your car or something, all you got to do is go to Denzel Davis on your streaming platform. I say if you like the song, buy it, but it's there. Look up Fumble Me, and I like the album Muggsy Bogues too myself. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of singles. Why did you drop a lot of singles instead of put out whole projects?
It's I'm to a point where I'm trying to establish a core fan base.
Mm-hmm.
So I told myself, like, I at least want to establish between 5,000 to 10,000 people before I drop my next project, because I put so much into my project, and sometimes I don't reap the benefits of what I'm doing, trying to get out of it. So the best way to get your fan base or establish a fan base is you gotta drop work. You gotta put it out there and see if it's gonna stick, and see who's gonna gravitate to it and who you gonna pull in, and just keep building from there. So that's why I went to dropping the single route. And not just that, like, music has changed. Nobody wants to listen to like a 17 track album. You know, like they want to hear one good song that they can vibe to probably every day or every other day or whatever type of event that they trying to do. You feel me? So that's why I made the adjustment as well.
That's interesting, because you know what I think, and what I've learned, people will listen to albums depending on the packaging. And not only are we in a single driven market, but when you establish that fan base, your album will be consumed more than singles. So I ask you this, as an active artist, not as a creative participant in hip hop, what does it take for artists, in your opinion, as you're doing it yourself, to get out, to measure their success, and then get an ROI on what they put out with their music and their brand?
It's a lot. You got to invest into yourself, to be honest, and you got to move around. You can't just stay in one spot. Like, you might be known down the street, but you got to branch out. You got to get everywhere, to be honest. And a lot of it is the groundwork. You got to do the groundwork if you don't got a team. So it's really hard for an independent artist that's trying to make something out of nothing when they don't have that large budget to do it. So you got to put all the pieces together yourself.
And I salute you, because I tell everybody, you got to sell drugs and sell your butt to do music, because this shit is crazy. You know? These folks be out here bugging. I'm telling you, man, I seen something, man. You know how many people I seen get jerked? Give me 1,500 and I'll play a song 3 times in the weekend, not knowing what time they're going to play. Man. And the weekend is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it might be on 1 time per day, or twice on one day, and miss a day and skip. You know what I'm saying? It disgusts me. And that's why I asked you that question earlier. People are fighting for loyalty in a business that's not loyal at all. This business is more here than there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is there somebody or something that you went through that really messed you up, that you really had to pull your skill set back and then recoup and then come back
I've been
stronger,
through a
smarter?
lot. I've like sent money to people and they done ran off with the money and never did what they said they was gonna do for me. Like I've bumped my head a lot and I've learned my lesson. So you feel me? Like any situation that I'm in, I really take my time and analyze it. And my biggest thing is, you feel me? Like I look at it as like, what can they do for me that I can't do for myself?
Facts.
So when I put that narrative into play and start checking the boxes, if the boxes don't add up, or if, you feel me, it's not working in my favor, I don't do it. Like, no, it's not gonna benefit me. I know it's, and then you feel me, I read people. I gotta establish a relationship with you before I spend my money with you. Like, that's just me personally. Like, I'm not just about to spend my money with you because you name dropping, or you feel me, you say you got this and you got that. Now I need to figure you out myself and get my own vibe for you to know, like, okay, he a good person, he gonna do what he gonna say. And if he not, you feel me, I'll be able to contact him and we can figure it out from there.
A lot of people scared of that conversation when it don't work, ain't they?
But
Yeah, I know. Believe me. But it's not only about the shortcomings, it's about the great times and the great things that come with hip hop. Man, you have anthem songs and you have creative songs. You got songs for the ladies, but you also have defining songs as well. Tell me about The Ghetto and what that song means to you.
that was one of my first records that really kind of broke me through. So it was really when this is when I kind of knew, like, okay, I'm on the right path when it come to creating music and being able to be a storyteller. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I had to dig into my past and really tell that story and bring it to life. And that was probably one of the hardest songs that I wrote. Like it took me a lot of time to write that song, get it right, and get it together. So it was amazing time.
I firmly enjoyed that song because it doesn't only represent you or where you come from. It gives the world an identity to know that there's something out there that's coming or something that is established that holds greatness that the world may or may not pay attention to. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How long have you been rhyming? How long have you been doing this?
I started rhyming in 2008, but I didn't start taking it serious and I didn't start putting music out until I want to say the end of 2016.
So 2008, 2016 is 8 years. We're now 7 years from that. So you're in the third stage of your career. You know what? Understand what that means?
Yeah.
Tell me what that means to you.
I haven't reached my full potential. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still a student of the game. I'm still soaking up knowledge and I'm getting better every day. I'm sharpening my pen every day. So, and I'm really understanding like how to break down music, how to read music, learning the different melodies and different syllables and how to put my words together.
Okay. That's kind of not what I meant, but that was a good analogy. The See, life goes in stages of fives. So the first 5 years of your life, you're born, you're new. The second five, you realize the world around you. That's what you're talking about. And you led to the third part of the five, which is not only are you new, not only you know there's a world, now you're finding your way around in the world and you're realizing there's other people too. So that's where the peer pressure and the identity come in. I think you're there in that part of your career is because now you know that there's not only the bigger world, but you're finding where your sound relates to the world. And then after that, it's not going to be where you fit into the world. Is now from there going to go into I've been doing this for a while. Now it's time for me to show the world that it's mine. And then you navigate the world under your control. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And understanding life when it comes to music and creativity, why is hip hop your baby? And what do you want to give your baby so that the world can appreciate your hip hop and you the same way?
I just give it my all and I just want it to be a reflection of what I stood for, what I've been fighting for, and just being able to express myself and express for the ones that can't express themselves, and just showing the world, you feel me, like you could do anything that you put your mind to as long as you never give up and as long as you keep your faith in God and you just keep grinding. And I just want to leave that, and I just want to leave a legacy for my kids.
Shout out to fatherhood. Now, I got to ask you, was Gary Payton your favorite basketball player?
No, but I love Gary Payton, though.
Who is your favorite basketball player?
Kobe Bryant.
All right, shout out to Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, and his daughter as well. The Gary Payton song made me laugh because nobody talks about the glove as great as he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You a West Coast head. You know I don't know how old you are, and I ain't going to ask, but those battles between J Kidd and Gary Payton are legendary.
Facts.
On that coast. And those were the top 2 point guards at the time in the league at one time. So everybody knows Jason Kidd for, the assists. He flashy. People on Twitter right now are bugging it, saying Kidd and Magic were the same. Y'all are liars. You don't know basketball. Y'all just got the earth. Stop acting like you've been here. And you got Gary Payton, forgotten, who was a defensive specialist who not only could shut someone down, he could lead a team. He was the defensive powerhouse that made the Seattle Supersonics great until White Chocolate came, crossed him over, and he tried to trip him. You know what I'm saying? But the Gary Payton song to me was dope because I was like, damn, somebody put out Gary Payton. Tell everybody about the Gary Payton song and what that song mean to you.
So it's pretty much, like I said, I take on that underdog, the one that slept on. So just knowing his story and knowing what he had to go through, I kind of related in some situations. So I was like, this is the perfect analogy. Like, yeah, I'm coming just like Gary Payton. Like, they can't stop me. Like, I'm locking everything up.
Well, it's time for the underdog to win because hip hop is full of underdogs who've won. Men who were counted out by society, felons, etc., who became millionaires. One of the people that they consider the GOAT right now talks about being a felon who now has the word for billion. Hint. You had women who didn't get heard, and now now we have women starting labels. Shout out to Remy, shout out to Nikki, shout out to all the ladies out there doing great things. Shout out to Nisa F for Walking Back Entertainment. And more so, we have people like this gentleman on the line right here who life just sees as a colored man, or someone who may take his story and look down, not seeing that they have a giant in their midst who's changing the world with his music. So please give everybody your social media so we can give you the respect deserving, and people can not only know your name, but know how to find your music.
You can follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Denzel Davis 909. Or you feel me? You don't want to do all of that, you can actually just go to my website. It's denzeldavis.com. Scroll down the website and you can just hit the little links and it'll take you to all my platforms.
All the platforms. So make sure you follow him wherever your platform of choice is. I say follow him where the music is at so you can buy it and stream it if you want to see who he is. But it's been a pleasure to talk to you, man. But that's only the first part of the interview. You ready to have some fun?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to take you to the rapid fire questions. The rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. These are questions designed to show you not only the depth of knowledge of this young man, but also his creative art and knowledge of the music that he chooses to do in the culture that he lives in. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. What song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
Ooh. Perfectly describes me. I would say J. Cole and Love Yours.
Ooh. Why that one?
It's just everything in that song, you feel me? I relate to everything, like how my perception is on life.
Okay. Salute to you. What's the perfect hip hop beat? Meaning if this person never had the beat, it would have been your first single.
Oh, it's so many. Oh, okay. Nas, If I Rule the World.
Okay. With Lauren singing? Same?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that. Here we go. This is a very serious question I'm going to ask you. Hip hop is the voice of the people who are not being heard. But as hip hop and technology grows, I want to ask you, what are you waiting for hip hop to talk about that it has not talked about thus far?
Mm. That's a good one. I guess I'm waiting for hip hop to really start touching on mental health. I feel like
Hmm.
that needs to be addressed. Depression is real. Suicide is real. You feel me? Being a black man, we always told to just suck it up. We can't be in touch with our feelings. I feel like it's a space for that now.
Okay. That's very dope. We want hip hop to talk more on mental health. The most powerful thing in the world is a woman because men could kill each other for money and still end up broke. Men could kill each other for status and still end up broke or dead. But a woman can incite a man to fight a battle he never wants to fight. Tell me about the battle hip hop gave you that you did not know you were ready for and you conquered it.
Uh, it was multiple battles to be honest, and
Mhm.
it just like it opened up my eyes to just like my reality. So like one of the battles is like my first time being a father. I didn't know if I was ready for it, but just like, listening to certain songs and certain music, it was like, okay, being a father can't be that bad. You feel me? It's definitely inspiration. It's gonna make me go harder. It's gonna change me. It's gonna grow me. It's gonna grow my music. So when that happened, you feel me? And it's no book on how to be a parent or anything like that. You learn on the go. You learn as you going with it. So it helped me be a prepared to be like, I guess, like, you feel me, like a better person. It changed me to be a better person. And then it helped me with me battling cancer. Like I said, it's always been therapy for me. So like it helped me really to get in that mode to really go to war and just grind it out.
Salute. Salute. There is books on parenting. The most important one is biblical. Let that be the conscience that leads your God. Oh, the God that leads your conscience. Sorry. Um, but I like what you said. So let's take it to another level. Let's take it up another notch. Since you said hip hop taught you or told you that being a father could be very good for you, what's your favorite hip hop song that talks about fatherhood?
It is so many that I've listened to. It's this Nas record. What is the name of the record?
What about his daughter Destiny? Daughters?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fire. Okay. I respect that. Let's get back to the music, ladies and gentlemen. If you could make your dream record, what would it be? Would you collab with somebody? And if you would, dead or alive, no restrictions, who would your perfect song be with?
Dream record. I would have Lauren Lauren Hill on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be me. It'd be Pac, and it'd be Nipsey Hussle.
That'd be fire. Who's doing the beat?
For the beat, I would reach out to Battle Cat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice West Coast representative. But don't sleep on the person you get your beats from, because some of your beats are
I
crazy.
don't like, yeah. My guy, Dirty on the beat. That's my brother. Like,
Salute to him. Tell him hit me up. I want some music, yo. They're
I
for the show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got
I mean, it's nice. You got some good beats, yo. Let's go to the next point. I'll put it to you like this. I personally think Brooklyn, New York represents hip hop in a way nobody else represents it because they have a song called the Crooklyn Dodgers. That's about their borough. And they did multiple songs where different representatives of the borough came together to represent it in a song. If you had the chance, you could chase San Bernardino, Phoenix, wherever you're from. What 3 artists would you want to do that song with, and who produces that song to represent where you from?
Mm. So I probably have Dirty make the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, One of the artists back home, that I worked with in the past, his name is L.A. Deuce. He's from San Bernardino, so I throw Deuce on there.
Okay.
And then coming to Phoenix, I have J Mello do the hook. That's my guy. And then my boy KT Gibson, he's from Detroit, but he stay out here in Phoenix as well. I have him on the song as well.
There y'all go. So remember, it ain't where you from, is where you at. Or is it? You always got to represent where you're from, wherever you are, so people know the heart of the champion that you are. You bring your hood with you. You feel me? I got about 3 more questions, if you don't mind, and we're gonna have a good time. Well, one question is this: we talked about collabing, we talked about your dream track, your favorite beat, and all that. Who represents the heart of hip hop? And how do you extend that heart within your artistry itself?
What you mean, like what you mean, like who represents like the heart of hip hop? Are we talking about like a solo person or?
It's whatever, however you take it. There's no wrong answers.
I just feel like hip hop is a collective. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody, you feel me, that's in hip hop, that's, you feel me, giving something to hip hop that's not demoralizing to the culture,
Mm-hmm.
represents the heart of hip hop to me.
Okay. I love that answer. That's what's up. Second to the last question is this: you're a parent, you're a leader in your community, not only of children, but of the community, because people watch your moves and they're inspired. What is the responsibility of an artist, and does hip hop give way to responsible artists, in your opinion?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just feel like your responsibility is to, like I said, is to lead the people in the right direction of anything in life, to inspire them, to, like motivate them, to give them hope if they feeling hopeless. It just all depends on the situation that you in. You feel me? Sometimes it's hard to lead when you dealing and you battling your own demons as well. But I just feel like if you always true to yourself and you true to the people that are around you, that's just that's good enough. And just always show love and gratitude.
I respect that. Thank you very much for that answer. Before I go to my last question, I gotta ask you one of my favorite, if not my favorite, throwaway question. It's not really a throwaway; it's just a testimony. How did you like being on Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, and would you recommend this to anybody else?
Man, I recommend this to everybody. Like, this is probably one of the dopest podcasts that I've been on, and I've been through a lot of podcasts. Like, you definitely caught me off guard. You had some great questions. It was an amazing experience. Like, I definitely run it back anytime that you willing to have me. Like, it's dope. It's dope being here, and I'm definitely grateful. And I appreciate you for letting me come on your platform.
Oh, no, it was a blessing. And thank you for the kind sentiments, ladies and gentlemen. To continue to hear this, remember, Heritage Hip Hop Podcast is available on all platforms. Wherever you stream your podcast, we are there. And the visuals are always on YouTube. And you can always find everything by subscribing to heritagehiphop.com for this and our sister program, A&N R&B, and more. So make sure you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com. If you follow us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And once again, to you, I want to apologize to you and everybody watching on YouTube. Facebook shut the live down, and I don't know why, but guess what? We're still here, and it will show, and I'll make it happen. So with that being said, it's time to go to the last question. I thank you for allowing me the chance to get to know you and through your music and to listen to your music. So yes, the door is always open. I don't invest in people's music. I invest in the artists. So yes, if you ever want to come back on Heritage Hip Hop, the door is open. As long as we have the time, we will. And you've already made music that I like. I have 200 other questions I didn't even ask you. So it don't even matter. And think about this. I couldn't ask you good questions if you didn't make good music.
Facts.
So that's a testimony to yourself. But here's the most important question of the first interview. All my questions changed. And my last question to you is this: Denzel Davis makes music that talks about the struggle, that talks about the ghetto, that talks about baby mama drama, that talks about love, that talks about finding love and being truthful and loyal and having a heart and being a survivor. 500 years from now in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, Denzel Davis is going to be someone studied. And when they push the red button on the wall and your hologram pops out, your music is going to be played for people 500 years in the future. The most important question I have to ask you is, what is the legacy you leave behind that made the world better because you made hip hop music?
That I was true to myself. And you feel me? I told the stories around me. I exposed things that needed to be exposed so people could understand, like, this is what we come from, but we don't let this define us. We can move past this and we can always grow and be better personally, you feel me, as an individual. And it's just nothing but love, you feel me? Just like I said, just keep your faith in God and just keep going.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, make sure that you walk your faith, live your faith, love your faith, and express your faith. Because at the end of the day, we're going to pass away. And the Bible says a good name is better than a good smell. Because as a new smell comes, it is forgotten. But a good name can endure forever, just like good music. Thank you to Denzel Davis for being on the program tonight. Thank you for you watching it. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And without anything else, we're going to be out of here. Any final words to the people?
Man, salute to everybody that's tuning in. And I appreciate everyone. Peace and love, man.
And with that being said, y'all, peace. And we out.